Hola, es Gabriela Salazar, and you're watching a special edition of Heather's Hot Topics Q&A edition with me. Be sure to stick around to the very end to hear my brand new EP, Ideas. Alright, let's go! I have been singing for as long as I can remember, and music has always been a very big part of my life and who I am as a person. I think my biggest inspiration for pursuing a career in music is just being able to do what I love and connection. I think music has a unique way of connecting people from all different backgrounds, and it is just so amazing to see people connect to music through social media, through live performances, and all different kinds of settings. So that is probably my biggest inspiration for pursuing a music career, is just being able to show people that you can connect to people, and music is a universal language. And I would have to say my biggest drive when it comes to creativity is definitely my emotions. I draw off of my emotions whenever I'm looking for any kind of inspiration for song lyrics or how I'm singing a specific song. If I'm happy, if I'm mad, or I'm sad, you could definitely hear it in the song that I'm singing or in the lyrics that I'm writing. And so I'm definitely an emotional artist, and I think that is just another special way of showing that music is a great outlet for people to use, where they kind of don't know how to get out their emotions. You can always use music to speak for you because, like I said, it's a universal language. ¿Quién eres tú que llora en silencio? In today's world, it is definitely a lot harder to balance commercial appeal with artistic integrity, because you do want to put yourself out there and kind of put yourself out of your comfort zone, but at the same time you do want to keep who you are as an artist and not change yourself to the point where you're unrecognizable from yourself. And I'm very, very lucky that I am signed under an amazing record label and have such a great team that helps me find that balance of staying true to myself, but also kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and learning different ways to connect with people in ways I've never thought before. And social media is definitely the biggest way that we have been doing that. I am on all the streaming platforms, and navigating that as someone who is very awkward and nervous has been a challenge, but it has also been very, very rewarding. I've met so many great people and connected to so many different artists and different musicians and people of all backgrounds through social media. And so I think there's pros and cons. I think the biggest advice I would give to a younger artist in that term would be just stay true to who you are. Yes, put yourself out there, be a little different, but at the same time, stay true to who you are and don't change yourself for anyone, because at the end of the day, your music is a reflection of who you are. I was born and raised in northern New Mexico, and I was born into a very strong Hispanic Latino community, and that has definitely not only affected who I am as a person, but also how my music has come to be throughout the years. I have grown up listening to New Mexico music and music of all sorts, but New Mexico music holds a special place in my heart, and I think it is very, very important to keep our culture alive, not just through our stories and our traditions, but also through music, because music has a way of staying around long after we're gone. And I just think that it is such a beautiful genre. New Mexico music, it's its own genre in itself. It's kind of hard to describe perfectly, but I have definitely made it my mission to include as many New Mexico elements as I can as I've been recording these past couple of years. And I just think it's very important, like I said, to keep traditions alive and to keep the New Mexico music alive. And as a younger artist, I feel like that is sort of my job, is to keep the music alive and support other young artists of all different backgrounds to keep their culture alive. And I think music is just one of the most amazing ways to do that. Where to start for my musical inspirations? That is hard because I have too many to name. I listen to all kinds of different music, and in my household alone we have New Mexican music, of course. We have Tejano, we have pop, we have country, we have rap, and that's just in my immediate household. So I listen to all kinds of different music every single day. In terms of New Mexico artists, I would have to say two of my biggest inspirations are going to be the Sparks, of course, and Miss Stephanie Montiel. She is more Tejano-based nowadays than Texas-based, but she is from New Mexico, and she's definitely a huge inspiration to me. I've been lucky to see her perform and meet her a couple of times, and she is just so amazing and an amazing performer in her own right. And in terms of the Tejano scene, of course, every little girl grows up listening to Selena. And I think my favorite song of hers would have to be Si Una Vez. I sing that song all the time. It's stuck in my head about 90% of the time. And my other huge inspiration would have to be Miss Jennifer Pena. I absolutely love all of her music, and I was very grateful that I got to meet her 2 years ago, and I actually got to sing with her, and we have it on film, and that was such a dream come true. She is so sweet and so talented, and like I said, I listen to all kinds of different music. So if I were to just name a couple of other artists from different genres, Tate McRae and Sabrina Carpenter from pop, Megan Moroney from country, as well as Casey Musgraves. I just love all kinds of different music and all kinds of different genres. And so I can't name just one specific one. And because I listen to all kinds of different music and love all kinds of different genres, I definitely put that into my music. We don't have a specific genre. I definitely tend to not stay in the box of one specific genre. I love to pull elements from every genre. If you listen to my new EP, Ideas, there is a song for everyone on there, and we like to say that about both this EP as well as my debut album, Concepto Rosa. There is different elements of every different type of music you can listen to. There's pop, there's country, there's classic rock, there's Tejano, there's New Mexico. There is just so many different elements, and that is what I love about music, is that you can incorporate all kinds of different sounds and all kinds of different places into one song. And I just want to continue doing that because I don't listen to one type of music, and I know a lot of people don't listen to one type of music as well. And I like to think that I have my own sound and style in itself, And I'm very, very grateful that I've been able to explore that the past couple of years under my record label. And it's just an awesome thing that music can just be so many different things, but just have one message in itself. The biggest obstacle that I have faced throughout my time in this field is probably just not giving up through all of the negativity that is thrown your way. There are so many things that people are going to tell you. They're going to tell you you're not good enough. They're going to tell you that this is just a hobby. They're going to ask you when you're going to find a real job and what you really want to do in life. Or they will pitch you against other similar artists, young female artists, for me specifically. They'll pitch you against themselves, and there is just so many things that come with this field that aren't pretty. And there's so much good in this field and in music, but at the same time there is a lot of negativity, and so my biggest obstacle has definitely been just pushing through that and being able to pull myself out of the headspace where I feel like I want to give up and I just want to quit, because the world feels like it's crumbling and it feels like I'm not good enough. And just pulling myself out of that headspace has been really, really tricky. The music industry is an emotional industry, so it is mentally, physically, emotionally taxing. There is so much that goes into it that people don't see. There's late nights, early mornings, long hours. There's fights, there's discussions, there's meetings, there's happy tears, there's sad tears, there's mad tears. There's just so much that goes into being in music. And I think my biggest outlet is one, channeling my emotions into music when I feel so down, and also just learning to be gentle with myself and not playing into the mindset that you can get sometimes, like you're a failure or you should just quit, you're not good enough. And I'm very lucky that I have a very close inner circle of family and friends that are always there to bring me out of that dark place, or give me a pep talk, or push me to keep going and do my best. And that is my biggest advice in this question, is for anybody who is looking to be in the music industry, be sure that you have a close and trusted inner circle, because you're going to need them for this career. And be sure to be gentle with yourself, because no one's perfect. And you might want to be, and you might try to get as close as you can to it, but at the end of the day, no one's perfect. So be gentle with yourself and just always do your best, and at the end of the day, that's all we can really do. The release of my new EP, Deas, is just the beginning of what's to come. We have so many new projects in the works. We have music videos, we have collaborations. So we have a very, very fun collaboration that is in the works, and I'm very, very excited. And I'm also very excited to announce that we are officially working on my third album, which will be my second full studio-length album. And there is just so much more to come. We have so much more performances and events that we're planning. And I just hope that you guys stick around and be sure to follow all my social medias at Gabriella Salazar Music on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to stay up to date on all the different news, because there is a lot coming and I don't want you guys to miss out. That is a tough question to answer. When I think about the music that I have released, there is a lot of messages of hope and overcoming obstacles and staying true to yourself and empowerment. So I think that would probably be the messages I hope to bring to people is to always be there for yourself and your loved ones, to overcome any obstacle that is in your way, and to pick yourself up no matter how down you're feeling at the time, because there's always something better on the horizon, and to stay true to yourself. I think that is just a message, whether in music or not in music, in everyday life. I think everybody should stay true to themselves and just always put your best foot forward. Always put out your best work that you're proud of. Be the person that you can be proud of. I think that is probably my biggest messages. There are so many messages that are in music and in my music, but those are probably the most pertinent ones. And now, without further ado, I present to you my brand new EP, Ideas. I hope y'all enjoy. Alright, bye, adios.
Gabriela, Salazar. Quien dice adiós se olvida que el